Olive Namutebi is as bubbly as they come. She is full of life and always cheerful even when she is explaining a difficult period. Olive chooses to look at the brighter side of life and to laugh through it.
You can choose to whine, and there are very many reasons of how someone can look at life, how bad and unfair it is. Yet, I just choose to look at the positives in life.
She went to Obulenzi Parents School in Luero, Nadisunsa Girls High School and Makerere University, graduating with a Bachelor's of Commerce, majoring in accounting. She then enrolled for the professional ACCA course and completed it in 2.5 years. She plans to enroll for a master's degree soon. There are those who envy her and others who wonder about her skin complexion and delicate eyes. Olive Namutebi is an albino and has no problem being referred to as such.
The Luganda version of Namagoye and what? I don't know, that is kind of offensive, I don't know, but yeah, maybe the English albino is, I'm okay with it.
She explains albinism and what it means to live as an albino.
A skin condition where we do not have the pigment called melanin. That is a black pigment that gives dark colleagues that color. And more so, that melanin helps you protect from the sun. And because we lack that melanin, and in the hair, in the eyes, and there are many forms of albinism.
The sun is their biggest challenge, and albinos like Olive have to keep away from it as much as they can. Those who can afford it wear sunscreen daily. Olive and a few friends founded the African Albino Foundation Uganda. It was registered in 2008 and affiliated to the Africa Albino Foundation Netherlands. Every year, friends and well-wishers in Netherlands send them a free consignment of sunscreen that they give out.
We need to do a lot of sensitization to do skin protection. So what we really do, the core, is giving out sunscreens.
These sunscreens cost 70,000 shillings each, and the higher the sunscreen protection figure on it, the better.
The biggest danger we have is skin cancer.
Founder of the Albino Association of Nigeria, J.K. Pele, is one of Olive's biggest role models and inspiration. Peter Ash from Vancouver, Canada, the founder of an organization called Under the Same Sun, is another inspiration. He is also an albino, but it is not obvious because he is white. But his silver hair is a giveaway. Olive is naturally blonde.
Being blonde, actually, when you go to Western world, they're like, oh, I wish I have that hair, I wish I have that.
Olive's mother raised her and 3 other siblings as a single parent. Her siblings gave her all the love, but her father never accepted that he could have fathered a child like her. She vividly recalls their first meeting when she was in primary 6.
The statement that really mattered to me was Mom saying, Olive is here. She wanted to see you. And him saying, Joy, I told you, I'm not responsible. And yeah, I looked at him, I'm like, okay, this is a dude, what?
Unfortunately, her father passed on a year later when she was in primary 7.
I look back, at times I am like, this guy should have been there to see who I am. Passing judgment to fathers who take off and, the education level is maybe much, much lower. I'm like, they don't know any better. Because I feel if my own dad, who was somewhere, really could do this, how much more?
Olive credits her mother for not giving up on her despite the odds. She treated her like any other child and constantly reminded her to keep out of the sun. And now
she gets amazed at times, as in who Olive has become.
Olive is an industrious woman. She appreciated that she was different as soon as she came of age. She chose to rise above the challenges and make something of herself. She saved slowly from her salary and also took a loan to build a house that she now sublets. Like all albinos, she has been a victim of stigma.
One boss one time was just curious about my ability to deliver because of my skin color. I'm like, duh. Anyway, I almost got offended, but I'm like, okay, try me.
In the next 5 years, she intends to quit the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. formal employment and dedicate her time to cause change in society.
I'm better placed to be a voice for people living with albinism. Many lie back. There is a lot of self-stigma, if I can call it that. Society itself has its toll on them.
There are a number of myths associated with albinism. Olive shares the one she finds most amusing.
Albinos don't die or they just disappear or something like that. I used to laugh at that joke and I'm like, how? We've lost a few and the graves are existent.
But there are things she cannot laugh about. She is not oblivious to the fact that albinos are targeted for ritual purposes.
I've learned of a gentleman who actually fathered a child with an albino and was overly telling this girl about how expensive her bones are, and it would really be a good idea for him to get out of poverty. These things we do not want to wait for Tanzania to come out.
She looks forward to marriage and having children. She is not worried that she could give birth to an albino baby, since she is best placed to take care of the baby. But then,
an albino giving birth to an albino is so slim a chance. So, because this is a recessive gene, really recessive.
This is Olive's advice to parents with albino children.
Don't treat them like a glass or some sort. The basic is protect them from the sun.
Last year, the UN designated 13th June as International Albinism Awareness Day. The African Albino Foundation Uganda that Olive heads is doing its best. They would like to see more awareness about the plight of albinos. Josephine Karunji, NTV.